I'm your host of What's Up Young Authors, Amelie Anastasia. I'm so excited to be here at Legends and Ghosts Museum in Prague. This is the book of the author Filip Zvolsky. Whoa, look, meet real ghosts. Yeah.
Let's go, young authors, hey, let's go out and say the day. Write your story your own way. What's up, young authors, hey, let's go, young authors, hey, let's go out and say the day. Write your story your own way. What's up, young authors, hey, hey, hey. What's up, young authors, hey?
So in this book, why was it chosen to be so big? Why couldn't it be kind of like this one? What was the inspiration for how?
Why is it so big? Because it's nicer, it's more mystical than normal book. Normal book are also nice, but it's not here so big books. And also it's possible to have it bigger letters for better reading here in this, because here is a little bit harsher, so it's better bigger letter.
That's great.
Also more interesting.
In this book, when you were writing it, you took inspiration from other legends, right?
Yes, I read many books of Prague legends, maybe 20, 30 books, or maybe more, 30, 40 books of Prague legends. And it's interesting that the same legend was very often in little bit different details in each book, because it depends on fantasy of author, because originally people say it, normally one-to-one, not writing, but saying, and during time somebody sits and starts to write it, and each author gives there his own soul, his own meaning about legends, about the story, and so on. Me too. I also take many stories, take it together. If I like some detail, I took it there. If I don't like, I will say this book is not necessary. And I did it. I collected. In this English version, it's around 300 of Prague legends, but we have Czech version, and there is 432. Because it's not only from center, because this is only from center of Prague, and there is also from around, and more legends about Prague, water sprites, because it's typical for Czech people, but people from other countries don't understand so much what is water sprite. So
Yeah. So, how long did it take in total to write the book?
I wrote maybe 90 legends first as a this story here in museum. So it takes maybe 2 months. But then maybe 2 more years I collecting more and more, and so totally maybe 2.5 years.
So, in your book, there's a ton of legends, and they all have these different twists and turns, and regrets, and sadness, and fear. How did you toy with these emotions to make them into how the ghost's perspectives are?
I think that the stories leads me. The story is full of humor, full of black humor, definitely, and it leads me that I tried to found the atmosphere of this legend and take it in words in the book. I hope so. I did it. I don't know. I also don't know how is it in English translation, because I read it and wrote it in Czech. But I hope so that in translation it's still the same atmosphere, same poetry, humor, black humor, and also atmosphere of feeling in Prague streets, not main streets, but smaller streets, without tourists, without Czech people also, and so on.
These books are both really beautiful.
There is around 60, I think it's around 60 illustration. It's made by Christian Kubera. He is originally from Ukraine, but he lives many years in Prague. And inside he make illustration only from each legend, or for one legend, one picture for one legend. And on cover I asked him to make more ghosts on one place. And they are in two, every time there are couples. For example, the devil playing
Dice.
right, with St. John Nepomuk. Here is Water Sprite, he's speaking with Flying Baby from Charles Bridge. Here is Headless Laura, and the Prague Imp found her head in a canalization system. Only one is Headless Templar. It's one of the most famous Prague ghosts. And here is some combination, and here is Power Tower Mihulka, where was originally Alchemists in time of Rudolf II, and it's in the moment when it explodes. And here is flying Dr. Kittel, it's something like Czech Dr. Faust, and flying also close to Alchemists and so on, flying there. So it's one big story on one picture.
So are any of these ghosts like very interesting to you? Like just one that you were like, wow, this is very interesting. I've never really heard something like this about any of the stories in this book.
I don't think so that it's so interesting that how is it happened, because it should be tell about all. But for me most popular, I like so much Water Sprites. It's very typical Czech, and we make here also sometimes I go as a Water Sprite in my costume of Water Sprite with green skin, going to the street and guide people on boat or on the street. And I like it. When people see me, say, "Oh, Water Sprite, hello." Either it's Batman because he's collecting soul, taking people underwater, but everybody smiles, say, "Oh, hello, Water Sprite." And also we make their own language, because his typical voice of Water Sprite is brekeke. And in Czech, dobrý den, in not really good Czech, but in official, non-official Czech, it's dobrej den, and we make dobrekeke den. And it's how Water Sprite say hello.
Yeah. So, in America, our ghost stories are like very scary. When a ghost story is told, like the people go all out to make it terrifying, but then like it gets a little too scary. But what you do, I've noticed, is there's a lot of humor in the book too.
Yeah.
Black humor, as you said.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting. So it's not like too scary, and it's not too calm either. I like that.
Because as I say to people when they are afraid to go inside, I say, Prague ghosts are friendly. Because it's real stories, usually real stories which happen, and Czech culture is very pub culture. And people go to pubs speaking about these stories, and suddenly people takes there some details, some magical details or mystical details, some ghostly details, and like this starts the story. But it's not creature. Prague ghosts are not creature who won't kill you or make you something bad. It's rest of real stories which happen, and because of this legend, it's still live here.
Tell me, good job.
Ghostly bell.
I've seen a lot of ghosts in the walls, and it brings me back to the saying, these ghosts haunt these walls. There's a saying in America, she or he haunts these walls. And it's about how like the ghosts are in the house, but you took it, and I feel like you made that saying very literal, like everywhere. You can see that there's literally ghosts haunting in the walls. Mm-hmm. That's very interesting.
They are going out from the walls, back to not back to life, but back to our world, to be with us here, maybe forever. Because in many legends there are possibilities how to finish ghost time, that you can help to go to heaven, but in some legends it's not. But we don't know if somewhere, for example, the small baby from Charles Bridge, now it doesn't it's not as a ghost there, because there was one man, and when the baby sneezed, he said, "Bless God to you," and it was help to his soul go to. So this ghost is not here forever. But most of ghosts, we know how is it possible to help them, but we don't know if anybody helps or not. So we hope so they are here forever, maybe.
In all of your, well, in some of your stories, there's like you were saying, the ghost, somebody said bless you to the baby when it sneezed. When there's some story, there's always like a cure to a ghost who wants to go to the other side. Kind of like in the story where the bear was going to be punished. In one of your stories, a man owned a bear and he trained it, and the bear was heading to get some meat to eat it, and he found a person and he ate the person instead, and he was about to be punished, but the man let the bear go because he spent so much time training it, he didn't want to kill it. And so after the bear was sentenced to death, of course they're going to want to kill the bear, but he got another bear, and so that the bear can be released and go to heaven, he has to his ghost roams the bridges and things, and he has to find somebody to kill to fulfill his sin so that he can go to heaven for what he was punished for. That's one that I remember, and in some of them, that's the case where you can get out. So why did you, were those just in the stories, or was that kind of a fact that you added that you know?
I take it only if I found it in another legend. And one really, what I now imagine, as you remember the another one, but I remember one really unbelievable version of helping. There is one man, headless man, with a trumpet, and helps him only man who has a toothache, and ask him to play the trumpet. So this combination of situation is such a not probable that probably is still here.
So like, what ghosts do you think haven't fulfilled their debt to go to heaven?
Sorry?
What ghosts do you think maybe will never or haven't yet or might fulfill their debt to go to heaven?
I don't know. We know about this baby, but I'm in a strange situation because I won't have a ghost still here. Don't be gone. But also I try to them to finish their not normal after that life and go there. So it's what to do, what to want. Many books I want to write, but I'm planning one book of Prague legends only about water sprites, but I think it will be mostly for Czech people. And I also finished 2 years ago. I finished one book which is for not about legends. It's some interactive books, which on each you read story, and then you have two possibilities how it should finish. And then you go in another way, and they have one start and 40 different ends.
That's great.
But now I must to read it again, make changes, make it so much more. But I hope so that next year I will finish it.
Yeah, I hope so too. So when you make books, what's your process? Write, illustrate, publish, or do you usually worry about the illustrating while you're editing, or what's your process in getting it done?
I wrote it, and then because I am not so able to wait so long time like in normal, because I am not so able to wait long time when publishing will say, okay, it's good, we will do it next year, and so on. Long time for me, so I did it by myself. I found that because I have a friend who has graphics, so she made a graphic version. I asked some author for illustration, or I also illustrate some of my books, and then I publish it. And I have this book is good because it's in big communication with museums, so people buy it here. We have Czech, English, and Russian versions, so people from many states can write it. Also, it's Estonian version. It was published in Estonia a few years ago, and another books. I have many books in my cottage and waiting who will want them. It's my way. But maybe the next book I will rather give to some publishing house because they have better way to advertise it.
So your book obviously is very well known here in Prague.
No.
No?
Because we have so many books every year printed and published that I'm one of many authors, and maybe for people who like Prague Ghosts and Prague Legends, maybe know this book, but not my other books. Also Baya you wrote also. I think that not so many people know about it, but I hope so. They will know.
So I know that, yeah, but either they will know or they already do.
Yeah.
Your ghosts are all like intertwined into this book and into all your books. It's just all these very specific facts and details. They all kind of make one point. What would your message be to people who you would want to inspire to write it?
I think that main message is that we have so rich culture.
Large variety of places. To go
Yeah.
to.
It's also show Prague in different dimension or different perspective. It show how big literature, culture, history we have. We have so many, and I have my own secret plan. Not secret, but very great plan. What I want to take Prague Legends on list of non-material heritages of UNESCO. I hope so. Anytime in future it will be, because I think that it's so many legends in Prague. It's very typical. Not so many. I think that it's the greatest number of legends for one city in the whole world. I believe.
So thank you so much for being on my show today, Filip. It was so nice to come and see your museum and hear about your ghosts and just jump in my seat.
Okay, and I thank you to coming in my museum, coming to Prague and show to your friends in America such a nice stories of Prague, which I want to show people here.
I'm your host, Amelie Anastasia, from What's Up Young Authors. See you next time. Bye!
Hi. So we will start on the start.
Okay.
With me on start. First, I must tell you how was our museum created. This is Genius Loci Pragensis. It's from Latin. Originally, it's Spirit of Prague. He opened a huge book of Prague legends, and suddenly was open a big cabinet, big library full of book of Prague legends, full of some things which depends to some ghosts, legends, and so on. And was two mysteries. One was that from the walls wake up the ghosts, because it's stories of people who lives here between these walls, and suddenly they wake up as a Prague ghost. And in the underground, there was wake up Street of Ghosts, where we stopped time on midnight, so nothing touch you, nothing jump on you, and you can meet Prague ghost face to face. Better than from book, but not better. I don't know. Both is bit similar. And the first ghost, or not ghost, but first person from legends is this black cat with green eyes. Maybe you remember from book about Jewish girl Hannah. She fall in love with water sprite, so that's she. We will remember it's a baby from Charles Bridge, which was taken by devil, because devil helps to architect to build Charles Bridge, and he didn't want his soul, but first soul who goes to Prague, Charles Bridge, and it was the baby in mother's inside. Because we have also one ghost from America, one Indian who comes to Prague with, you probably very well know, water sprites. because it's very typical person from Czech legends and also Prague legends. Green skin man collecting souls. This is cupboard of one of Prague water sprites, and here are souls of people who are collected with him, by him. You can see yourself as a Prague ghost. Just press a button, you will see how you will look like as a Prague ghost. And here is a very interesting thing. It's part of street Tůni. In translation, it will be at the lakes, because we had many lakes here in Prague, but now it's under the ground. And it's story about one water nymph, and one boy fell in love with her, but there was problem that his mother don't want it. And she jumped to water, he jumps to her, and if you will find different cube and press it, you will see how it happens with the man.
I'm scared.
Don't be afraid. Huh? So what do you think? Probably he'll die.
Yeah.
Sorry. Gonna get the tour a little bit. I can play you short puppet theater about Dr. Faust. I'm Dr. Faust. I read a lot of books in the world, all books from my giant library. That's everything.
Bravo!
It's finish of theater, but it's not finish of the legends, because the devil take Dr. Faust through the cellar, but the big hole was there for many, many more years. Nobody was able to rebrick it. But after a few years, somebody did it, but probably with helping of another devil. After many, many years, during Second World War, this hole in cellar was again open, because bombs fall down on Prague, and one fall to Faustus' house, but doesn't explode. So this house is still there, but the hole was again open, with meaning the devil never sleep. Don't be afraid, we stopped the time on the midnight, nothing touch you, nothing jump on you, and you can see ghost face to face. So let's go.
Wait, is it like real ghosts?
Depends on your fantasy. Here is one very, very famous, not ghost, but person from Prague legends. It's Golem, artificial man who made by Rabbi Lev, Jewish rabbi in 16th century. And here he's laying as a dead, but he's waiting when somebody found Shem. It's magical paper with magical writing, put it in his mouth, and he can wake up again and help to anybody who will need something.
You like a good ghost?
It depends. Generally, yes, but he's able, because he haven't got emotion, so he can also kill somebody, not because he wants to do it,
just because
but
he just
he don't. He don't know how big, how strong he is, and he can do it not as a plan.
Yeah.
And also here is one interesting ghost. It's only shadow on a wall. It's a monk on a coach with two goats, because he stole money in a church. It's really not good to steal money in a church. Park water sprites, as I told you, it's a very typical person.
What happened to him?
Nobody knows exactly.
What happened to
Let's
him?
go, young authors, hey, let's go out and slay the day. Write your story your own way. What's up, young authors, hey?
That's our theme song.
Let's go, young authors, hey, let's go out and slay the day. Write your story your own way. What's up, young authors, hey? Let's go, young authors, hey, let's go out and slay the day. Write your story your own way. What's up, young authors, hey? Hey.